Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dwarven Fortress of Anvilquested. I am Marcus Aurelius, and this is Dwarf Fortress. And I have begun a new project that I actually was not going to film until it was on a way to being complete. However, the fortress has been beset by the forgotten beast Sitsu Bazatak. He is an enormous newt with lidless eyes. He has broad horn, and he has a bloated body. His cream skin is leathery, and we must beware his poisonous bite. Now this is a greater problem than usual because he has arrived in the second cavern lair. And as you'll recall, if you've been watching the previous episodes, the second cavern lair is the cavern lair that we have been exploiting. It's been open to the citizens of Anvilquested because it is being protected by a blind cave bear who keeps other enemies away. However, the bear cannot keep out forgotten beasts. And actually, the forgotten beast might actually kill the bear, which would be a great tragedy for us because then we could not utilize this floor anymore. And we utilize it for many things. We utilize it for wood, we utilize it for marble, and we utilize it for thread. Cave spider silk thread. So we need to take out this beast. So the first things first, we need to quickly find out if there are any citizens milling around on this floor. It looks like we should be okay. Our dwarves are very fast, and all the trees I commanded they cut down were. There's one citizen there. Who's that? That's Bry 7 cubed, and he is gathering what appears to be cave spider silk. And then there's a few wood gatherers, probably. Sir Redwolf and Ash. But it looks like that's it. So Sir Redwolf and Ash are most definitely going to make it in time. Bry? I don't know. This might be the final swan song of Bry. It depends on... Oh my! I found another one. Who are you? The Fundorf, our only woodcutter. He must be heading down toward a tree that I designated be cut. Oh dear. I think the Fundorf's days are numbered. So first of all, military alerts, danger. Second of all, squads. Deramos, McWinfield, and Bumchafes. Let's get you all... Well, Bumchafes, we'll get you up here. Alright, so everyone is stationed. It's going to take them a while to get down here, though. I don't want to lock any dwarves out, but if he makes a beeline for our fortress, we are going to be in serious trouble. So I'm not sure what I need to do here. Where are you again, sir? There we are. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. The Fundorf is taken off. He's not a fast-moving newt, so that is a good thing. Okay. Oh, I see what's happening. I'm like, why is the screen not moving? There he is. Alright, he's heading straight for Anvilquested. Is that the Fundorf? Alright, looks like the Fundorf may survive after all. Bry, I'm not too confident about, but we're too late. So, and we've taken out our dwarves that were living in here. We gave them the freedom of the fortress once again. Let's see here. I want... No, that's not what I want. I want second cavern lair. Let's just do inner and outer. So, both of them. Maybe we'll be able to save a dwarf that way. Pull the lever. Pull the lever. Alright. That's the first cave layer, second cave layer. Alright. Come on, guys. Run fast. Bry is actually pretty nimble. Oh, look at that. Bry almost made it, but the lever was pulled too quickly. Is there any chance for him? No. I'm sorry, Bry. You'll be remembered as a hero in the annals of dwarves. And he's done. Alright, so now we're in kind of a troubling spot because I do not want Sitsu to go after the blind cave bear, which it appears that that's what he might be doing. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to lower the inner drawbridge. The one time the dwarves actually pulled the levers quickly, if they had just waited 2 seconds, Bry would have been fine, and we would have locked out the beast. But you cannot win them all. So Cavern 2 inner. I mean, how hard would it be to program the game so that if you gave something a name, it would just show up on the screen when you cue it? That would not be hard, I don't think. Or whatever. Yeah, it's definitely going somewhere. You better not kill our cave bear. No, he appears that he's not. Where are you going? Maybe he's just milling about. No, he's definitely going for the cave bear. And Lady Awesomeness has bestowed the name Mishak Anist upon a pine shield. Let's take a look at that. Go to the unit. Oops. Go to the unit. Inventory. Mishak Anist. This is a masterful pine shield created by Dikiasune. It means the speechlessness of igniting. That's very interesting. We also have, I was going to wait till later to show you this, but might as well just get right into it. We also have a named spear. But who was it? Who was it that named the spear? Ah, yes. It was Bevett Argon. And Bevett Argon named his spear Lor Bam Delush Niles Zokun, or Niles Zokun, which means standard bears the strap of sieging. And it is a masterful steel spear created by Marcus Aurelius. It has one goblin to its name, and Bevett Argon Step Razors is the dwarf who named it. And I'd also like to, while we're still here, I'd like to introduce a new dwarf to the fortress. One of our dwarves had a baby, so welcome to Triton, who is right now a dwarven baby. And Triton is the son of Daggerl and Tolmac. So welcome to the fortress, Triton. And I suppose we're here already, so we might as well profile a dwarf before the action happens. Let's see here, I haven't actually got this ready yet. So we have, with Triton, 214 named dwarves. 22. Wow, that's pretty high up on the list. 22 is JC Destroyer. And I'm amazed that we have not profiled JC Destroyer yet, but it appears that that is so. So JC Destroyer. JC Destroyer is the husband of Sodel, who is not actually in the fortress. He is the son of Mason, and the son also of Attis, who is not in the fortress. So it looks like JC Destroyer only has part of his family in Anvilquested. He's the grandson of Stephanos, the nephew of the Etruscan, and the nephew of Matheos, nephew of Bevett Argon, and Argyle, and cousins with Fruitcake, Holat, Urist, Mikado, Sanctum Stone, Bucephalus, Malinor, Catnip, Mina Moonheart, Bloodrune II, Leverquin, and Haas III. And Diego, our dwarven child here. Any enemies? I'm still trying to find one dwarf with an enemy. And no. He's even on friendly terms with Rotrick Copperson, the dwarven child. Alright, JC Destroyer. Let us learn more about you, sir. JC Destroyer Ninuravuz, or Escort Mine, is a dwarf that is 76 years old and is a miner. Within the last week, he felt satisfied at work. And there's numbers now, 12 times, I guess. Vengeful, joining an existing conflict, 25 times. And contentment after having a wonderful drink. Now, I can't imagine what conflict JC Destroyer as a miner is getting involved in. I think someone told me that anytime a dwarf witnesses a dead body or a fight or anything, it's as if they are part of the conflict. I think that's kind of weird, but there you have it. Within the last season, he felt pleasure seeing a fine door, pleasure seeing a fine seat, bliss after sleeping in a very good bedroom, contentment after eating a pretty decent meal, bliss dining in a legendary dining room, pleasure seeing a fine furnace, contentment after having a fine drink, and pleasure seeing a fine table twice. He is a legendary +5 miner and also a great furnace operator. He's gotten quite good at that in the meantime, because I've lately had my miners double duty as furnace operators. He's okay at growing and animal caretaking and masoning. He is often cheerful. He has a very calm demeanor. He doesn't focus on material goods. He tends to avoid any physical confrontations, except with rock, obviously. And he has a noticeable lack of perseverance. He doesn't mind a little discord in day-to-day living. He is a friendly individual. He doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. He is very humble. He tends to consider what others think of him, and he finds tradition foolish and limiting. He considers craftsmanship to be relatively worthless. Probably good then that he is a furnace operator and a miner. And he dreams of raising a family someday. And it appears that he has not yet realized that dream. Which is sad. I want nothing but happiness for all of my dwarves. So, his thought is, why must they be so violent? Because, JC Destroyer, they are demons, and that is what they do. Or forgotten beasts, or goblins, and violence is in their nature, and we as dwarves must destroy them, all, to stop the violence with violence. But anyway, he is incredibly muscular. His eyes are copper, his very long sideburns are neatly combed. His very long mustache is also neatly combed. His medium-length beard, what a surprise here, folks, neatly combed. And his hair is clean-shaven. He has a low voice, his hair is chestnut, his skin is copper, just like his eyes, so that's kind of creepy. You're not able to tell his eyes apart from his skin. His ears have small lobes, and he is unbelievably strong, slow to tire, and rarely sick, but he is totally clumsy. He likes stoneware, iron, wood opal, giant otter leather, armadillo shell, crossbows, scepters, and ballista arrows. When possible, he prefers to consume brook lamprey, strawberry, wine, not just strawberries and wine as separate entities, but the combination thereof of the two. He absolutely detests bark scorpions. He has good intuition, but he has a meager kinesthetic sense, very bad analytical abilities, and lousy creativity. And that is our friend JC Destroyer. Alright, back to the matter at hand. Melee dwarves. Let's put you where you need to be here. Okay, so he's escaped to freedom. That is good. So we'll have Oscar, Catnip, Bavette, and Elena Blades. Yeah, we'll get Elena Blades into the action now, finally, after so long. So long! We're gonna get you guys all, I guess, right about here. And let's give them a few minutes to get situated. Our ranged dwarfs are there. Let's just go ahead and open the drawbridge. because it'll take a while for things to happen. Okay, so that is... The inner is open, so this must be the outer. Let's just double check. I mean, we don't want to screw anything up here. Yeah, that's the outer. Okay. So, I mean, I had to open up a door to the Netherworld or something, you know, that would be... Or the water lever, holding the water out of my terrarium. Okay. Let's look at the reports. Okay, so it looks like the Forgotten Beast has not yet found the blind cave bear. Oh my goodness. The Forgotten Beast extract is injected into the unassigned dwarf's blood. The Forgotten Beast latches on firmly. So Bry 7 cubed was venomed by the Forgotten Beast's extract. And that's... Well, it's probably not what killed him. Probably all the arteries being opened and him being knocked around by the force of the Forgotten Beast's blows are what killed him. But he was also poisoned too, adding a little bit of insult to injury. Now, where's my buddy? Where's my buddy the cave bear? And Captain Communism, by the way, still alive and now listed as an enemy of the fortress. Alright, there's my friend the cave bear. It was protecting us from all of the evils of the world, including the Forgotten Beast, who is even now roaming the halls. Though I cannot find him. So the cave bear is actually... Okay. I see. So I believe... Yeah, he's going underwater now. Okay, maybe he's attacking fish? I don't know. Oh, now he stopped. Now he's not sure what he's doing. You leave that cave bear alone. You leave him alone. Leave him alone! Leave him alone! Oh, man. He seems to be making a genuine effort to head towards the blind cave bear. And there's actually not many ways for him to get back up, so come on. Come on. The problem is, if he... I think I mentioned this before, but if he kills the blind cave bear, then there's nothing preventing new enemies from spawning on this floor, which then means that my dwarves cannot have so much freedom in harvesting the wood and silk from this floor. We'll have to build more walls or just abandon the floor entirely like we have the other cavern layers. And he does not seem to be concerned that Anvilquested is now open to him. He's in full-on blind cave bear mode here, I'm pretty sure. I wonder if he can fly, because if he can't fly, he won't be able to reach the blind cave bear. Let's just... In case he moves up a level, let's follow him. Alright, here we go. We definitely know that's where he's headed. But he doesn't appear to be able to reach our friend, the blind cave bear. So this is not a flying Forgotten Beast. And that might be what saves Anvilquested. Or what saves our bear, anyway. Our little buddy. So, is he heading back toward our fortress? That may be the case. Yeah, looks like he has left our blind cave bear friend alone. For now. And he is indeed coming back to ravage the dwarves of Anvilquested. To his great misfortune, I might add. Wait, someone just organized a party? Fangawolf. Come on, Fangawolf. We have things to do. These are rough days for Anvilquested. Alright, here he comes. Is everybody set? Yeah. Oh, look at that. We are incredibly ready. So bring it. And I don't even know if there's anything left of Bry. Is he inside the cage? Yes. Is he dead? He's alive. He is alive. Bry is alive inside the cage. He jumped in the cage to save himself from the Forgotten Beast. That's amazing. I've never seen that. I mean, he's injected with venom, so I don't necessarily know if he'll survive very long, but here we go. The bolts are flying. Man, they are really flying. How is this thing still alive? Okay. And here we go. They're still shooting at him. Maybe he must be stunned, I guess. These are all open. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, passable and pet passable, so... Wow, he is taking a beating. And he's dead. That was weird. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not upset or anything, but it's just weird. Is this that... I feel like this happened once before, where we found that they wouldn't go up the ramps even if the hatches were open. But I remember they've done that before, and he definitely pathed right up to it. So that's strange, but let's see who did it. There's really no way to know, because he was just hit by thousands of bolts. But it might have been Orthea. The flying steel bolt strikes the Forgotten Beast in the upper body, tearing apart the muscle, and Orthea stands up. And this was explained to me, and thank you for whoever did that, I'm sorry if I've forgotten your name, that the reason why the dwarves keep falling over is because they're in the same square as other dwarves. If that is to be the case, only one dwarf in the square could be standing up at the same time. In order to get around each other, one of the dwarves must crouch. So, let's see who did this. Let's see who is responsible for the death of this beast. Let's look at Orthea first. And it was Orthea. She has 3 notable kills now. Ngakang Hellseed the Goblin, Mifava Strife-Bolted, the Seduction of Cats, the Forgotten Beast, and Sitsu Vice-Hate, the Forgotten Beast. So Orthea's been pretty much useful for us for a long time. Alright, so squads. Squaddies. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You're all free to go. Citizens. Citizens of Anvilquested. You are all free to go. And somebody get Bry out of that cage. Por favor. Let's see, units. Yeah, he's still alive. He's got no job. He's caged. Let's look at him real quick. Do you have any wounds? No, that's Panda Bear. Oh, I see. It won't let me look inside the cage while Bry's in there. Well, somebody get down there and help him out. And while we're doing that, I'll show you what I've been working on. You'll notice this very nice hallway here that I've extended and smoothed. This is now a new entrance into the lands of the demons. You can see we have this drawbridge and these two. This is to make an easy entrance that does not involve the gauntlet with the spikes and all of that. Now, the one thing you need to know about the denizens of the Dark Underworld is that when you first open up into the Underworld, they are very aggressive and they come after your fortress. However, once you have defeated the main rush, the remaining creatures that live in the darkness are content to just kind of mill about and do their own thing. Now, just so you can imagine this, because it's hard to see, these are actually walls. These are slayed walls, even though they look like open spaces or like a tunnel down or something. They are actually thick walls. They're just a tad bit lighter than the black, although you can't really, at least on my screen, I can't really see it. Maybe on the YouTube video it will be a bit more clear. So what we are going to do is we're going to, because our task was not simply to open up a portal into the Netherworld, our task was to get down there and see what's going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a staircase down this adamantine spire, and we're going to construct a fort at the floor of Hell. We have named this fort, or we will name it once it has begun, Fort Ara, in honor of our only casualty in the war against the demons. Now, the demons around here, while they will not path straight to our fortress, they are indeed aggressive. So if they see our dwarves, they will attack them. So we will have to bring our military down here as well, and that will quite possibly lead to many deaths. Although there are currently no animals that we can see in there. There's random, I've seen some dark beetles, I think they're called, milling about. So we're going to build a fort down here. And since we cannot manipulate this rock in any way, it's too hard for our miners to dig into, we are going to have to build it with our blocks. And the reason why I built this giant hallway is because of that reason. Because I can't have the dwarves go through all that roundabout way to get here. It's just not going to work out. So first of all, this has all been suspended because of the alert. So we are going to fix that. Not what I meant to do. And we're going to fix that as well. Oh, another thing that I did, and I'm actually going to undo that, is... Let's see. What was I doing here? It's funny how sometimes my brain just blanks here. I think it's DB. Yeah, DBD. Dump. So we originally were going to dump the adamantine, but I'm not actually going to do that anymore. Let's remove dump. Actually, it looks like the dwarves already grabbed it. So that's the only adamantine we are going to be digging here in Anvilquested. As you can see, there's not a lot of it that we can dig that won't lead into magma destroying our entire fortress. There's a couple. Like, maybe these two guys here can be dug out. But I did create an adamantine storage area. Where are you? Here. I believe that's correct. So let's see. Yeah, stone stockpile. And the settings are, it should only allow raw adamantine. Right. So I had a craft source workshop built here to manipulate it, but I got rid of it because I decided I wasn't going to do anything with adamantine. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll just make a little bit of it. Obviously we can't make much, and it's a very complicated and long drawn out process, but maybe we'll do a little bit and just make like a adamantine axe for Oster, or one of our really notable military dwarves. Alright, so it looks like Bry has been removed, or the cage anyway. Bunch of troglodytes there. So let's see if we can't find him. Would they have put him in with our prisoners? It doesn't look so. Let's see. It's not what I wanted. Let's go to him. So Bry's in the hospital. He is faint, he has injuries, but he's still alive. So someone managed to take him out of the chair, and it looks like he's been given water. Let's see if he has been diagnosed. I think there's a whole Dwarven healthcare system here. Okay. There is unfortunately no search, so I can't search for him, but we can quickly take a look and try to find him. The good thing about naming all your dwarves is they have this thing in the front, so you know the difference between your named dwarves and other creatures that are not dwarves. But there he is, Bry. Okay, so wow, he's got a lot of problems. He has a diagnosis request. He has a surgery request. He has a suture request. He has a setting request and a dressing request. He has an immobilization request and a crutch required. He is faint. He cannot stand. His grasp is impaired. He needs setting. He has broken tissue and heavy damage. So, Bry's kind of messed up, all things considered. We have someone coming here. Who's this? Byzantine. Alright, so one of our doctors is coming to give him a look-see. And we do have a traction bench in there, so if he does need to be immobilized, we can do that. Perhaps we shall save him. Perhaps Bry will survive his encounter with the Forgotten Beast. And we owe that to the cage, if he does survive. Okay, Byzantine has left. Byzantine has finished whatever it was he intended to do. So, gosh, I really wish we could search here. That would certainly be helpful. But we should be able to see him because of all the problems he has. There we go. There he is. Alright. So it looks like diagnosis request is still there, but he was diagnosed. I don't know. I don't know, folks. There's some soap in there, looks like. And Bry is now on the table. And it's pig soap. He feels restless after being able to rest and recuperate. So he does seem... Wow, he's had a lot of feelings lately. He does seem okay. His left foot is mangled beyond recognition. His lower body is dented. His right lower arm is gone. And his lower body bears a short, straight scar. So it looks like some kind of surgery was done on him. And it appears he's going to live. He's married to Ash. Actually, let's go back. Health. Okay, so diagnosis required, crutch required, left foot needs surgery, suture. So all of his requests for healthcare involve his left foot. It was actually Marcus Aurelius. Oh no, Marcus Aurelius brought him to rest in bed back in 154, so this is not the first time Bry has been injured. In 160, however, Yossarian, the stonecrafter, brought him in. He was evaluated by Cragger Kveldcharn. He was cleaned with pig soap by Cragger Kveldcharn, and then rotten tissue was excised or cut out of his left foot by Byzantine. So our doctors are working together as a team to heal this poor dwarf from all the tragic events and consequences that he has been a part of. Although I'd feel a lot better if he was in bed and not on the table. Here comes another doctor. We actually have a couple people coming. We have Silverhaze II and Cragger Kveldcharn has come back. Let's see what Cragger's going to do. Silverhaze is probably just going to take the soap. Or maybe he's just helping. I'm not... Yeah, that's weird. They both were in there, just kind of hanging out. Maybe they're friends? I have to tell you the truth, folks. I don't know much about Dwarven healthcare. So in this case, he was evaluated again by Cragger Kveldcharn. And I guess Silverhaze was just there to watch. See what's going on. These are goofy dwarves. But we have gone beyond 30 minutes, folks, so I'm going to call this an end to the episode. I'm sure that Bry will continue to receive excellent healthcare from our Dwarven doctors, and hopefully the poison will leave his veins and he will survive the experience. That would be quite interesting to have a Purple Heart veteran, I guess you'd say, in our fortress, since typically up to this point our dwarves have either been outright murdered or survived without a scratch. So, and I'll also set up a... What's happening here? Daggerel. Daggerel's a doctor too? And Triton. Daggerel brought his son Triton to watch him, I suppose, suture or do whatever he is doing to our friend here. Bry. He received yak hair sutures on his left foot by Daggerel. So now his left foot needs setting, dressing, and immobilization. His left foot bone is still smashed apart, and he's in extreme pain, but it has been sutured. So, okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm glad we finally got to see Dwarven healthcare in action. I will set up a memorial slab for the Forgotten Beast, and as soon as Captain Communism decides to finally die of starvation or thirst, I will create a slab for him as well. Actually, you know what? I know this video has gone on for frickin' ever, but let's look at our new slabs real quick. Just real fast. So we have a chirp memorial to Ara. This is an exceptional chirp memorial to Ara. The slab reads, in memory of Ara, born in 116, struck down by the winged phantom Dustmuck in the year 160, devoted mother and wife, lover of rings. And then we have 3 for our enemies. These aren't as good as we've seen before, but we do have an exceptional chirp memorial to Usan Gushelbawam. The slab reads, in memory of Usan, went missing in the year 160, because all of our enemies tend to go missing. But he was a slayer of Dr. Congo, so this must been a forgotten beast or something. I'm not even sure actually who this is. If you're binge watching the videos, you'll probably remember who this is, but I don't know off the top of my head. Then this is a masterful chirp memorial to Aspad Omonaslong, created by Ursula. This says, in memory of Aspad Omonaslong, went missing in the year 160, hunter of elk birds. So we know that this is the giant shrimp because he obviously killed a lot of creatures before he fought our dwarves, including elk birds and troglodytes. So I'm assuming by the saying hunter of elkbirds that we know this is the shrimp. And then finally, we have, this is an exceptional chirp memorial to Vesh Zagstock. The slab reads, in memory of Vesh Zagstock, went missing in the year 160, slayer of the dwarf Ara. So this is the demon that slayed Ara. And it's funny that we don't know the demon's real name from looking at his own memorial, but again, if we go back to Ara's memorial, we know that his name is actually Dustmuck. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this time for real, I'm Marcus Aurelius. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.